Good morning everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is starting off a little differently. It is Monday. However, I'm filming the intro to the video today because I didn't get around to doing it on Friday morning. We're going to start on the weekend where I take you through a couple of markets that I did over the weekend, and then we'll get into some behind the scenes footage and some prep for our next weekend of markets. Let's have a look at our setup for Saturday's market. have a look at what a stunning day it is. We've just finished setting up and I'll quickly show you what the stall looks like. We've already had a couple of sales so far, so that's always a good thing. Looking forward to the rest of the day. So this market was overall a tiny bit slower than most days at this particular venue, but in all it was an absolute blast of a day. It was the 10th anniversary of this particular market in that venue, so they celebrated by having some live performances. The local band club, I believe, played. I've got a little bit of footage for you. It was great fun meeting all of you guys again. I was really happy to see some familiar faces and lots of new folks around, so thank you for coming along and supporting us on Saturday. Sunday's market, I couldn't film a lot of the setup because it started with wet weather. It was not meant to rain till the evening on Sunday, but we started out wet. It was a little frustrating, but just in time for the market, the sun came out and it was mostly cloudy through the rest of the day, but that brought all the folks outside. Again, a slightly slower day, but we did manage to get a few custom orders. We got one custom order for bridesmaids proposal boxes, which I will be working on and sending out soon. So just a little note for those of you who are interested in getting something custom made for you, just get in touch with me and we'll see what we can work out. I did, however, manage to get a little clip of my setup. I'll include that here. Just bear in mind that during winter, the lighting over here is not the best, especially if it's overcast, which it was yesterday. So I'm hoping you still get a gist of what the setup looked like. At one point during the market, I wasn't even sure I was going to make my stall feedback. It was that slow. But people did come out later on in the day when it was a little warmer, had a blast of a time. A lot of you came by to say hi. Again, thank you so much. If you stopped by yesterday, it means the world to us. So that's a snippet of my weekend. Top sellers on both days, interestingly enough, were our scrunchies. Both the regular as well as the XL scrunchies did really well, and that was, I think, followed by our claw clips. Number 3 was our bow clips. So it was a little slow for the headbands this weekend, but that's expected. Different days, even at the same market, can turn out very differently. That was my weekend in a nutshell for you. Back to today. Today is Monday. I have one market over the coming weekend. It's an indoor one. I've not done an indoor one in ages. I still have to take the gazebo along. It's my first time with this organizer, so I'm really excited to see how it goes. I have a very specific plan of action for this market compared to otherwise where I'm just kind of flapping all over the place. I've actually sat and made a little list of things that I have to get done, apart from packing orders and things like that. For this market, things I want to get done are satin scrunchies and some new prints in our printed, cottons, textured fabrics and such. So I want to get a few new ones done. I also want to get a bunch of bows made because I'm running really low on the popular colors, and I'd like to have a few more options available. We did receive delivery of a few more gorgeous colors in lace, so I'm waiting to whip up a few more bow clips, and I have to do that this week. And there's just a couple of colors in the wire headbands, a few more colors that I want to introduce and launch to the website. So that's got to be done as well. In addition to the twist headbands that we did in the previous video, that's on the plan as well. So all of this has to happen this week. The website launch will happen, fingers crossed, Tuesday or Wednesday. And after that, we'll just be focused on prep for the rest of the week. Today, I'm going to start off by organizing some of my fabric. I have run out of all of those inserts a while ago, the ones that we had whipped up from the bigger bolt inserts from Spotlight. And I've got space on that shelving of mine to put more fabric, just did not have enough inserts. So I bit the bullet and I actually purchased some because the fabric situation is getting a bit out of hand, and it would be nice to get all of this fabric away so that I have a little more room to move about in the spare bedroom where I do most of my work. So I'm going to start with that for today, and I'll film a few clips for you. So I did get a pack of, I believe, 100 backing boards. They're nice and sturdy. I just bought the one pack because I wasn't sure what to expect, but I'm quite happy with it. I'm going to start off with this, and if I need more, I might actually replace the ones that I've got right now because this would take up a lot less space on the cabinet, but we'll see how that goes. I don't have time for that right now. We'll start with the ones that we've got to organize and get out of the way. Morning everyone. I'm going to start off with my calendar. Like you can see, I've got dates in December up here. I know December's a long time away, but as a small business owner, it always creeps up on me. And I think I'm starting early enough, but honestly, it's never early enough. Since we've got a little time on hand this week, I picked up these little sticky notes, and I'm going to color coordinate, potentially color coordinate each of the markets that I'm hoping to attend. So initially what I will do is the markets that I intend attending will be put on these little sticky notes and placed on the relevant dates. That way I can then check and see if I need to move a few things around. Once I've applied to that market, I will go ahead and make a little note on the sticky note itself. And once I get accepted, these sticky notes will come off and I will actually pen that down in my calendar. That way I have, at a glance, I know what my schedule is going to be like. All of this information usually tends to sit on my computer as well, but sometimes it's really nice to have this at a glance when I'm working. Apologies, there's a lot of noise in the background today from the construction site next door. I'm really sorry if you can hear that through the first part of the video. A big mug of coffee going. I've got my calendar, my sticky notes. I'm going to sit and plan the next few months through and see what we're working with. So after that little bit of planning, this is what it looks like, just to give you an idea. So what I do is the markets that I definitely want to apply to, I go ahead and put a little post-it down on those dates so I know not to book another market in on those days. And like you can see, there's still some empty spots and some vacancies. I don't have everything clamped down tight because I know there's going to be a few twilight markets and all of that that come up closer to those dates, and I'd like to have that little flexibility. Even if they don't, it gives me a great opportunity to kind of stock up for the next round of markets. So that's done. I'm happy to have this done because now I don't have to stress about whether I've got something else on a given day that might clash with a market that I'm hoping to apply for. And it may seem like it's a little extra work at this point of time, but I've already seen posts on social media advertising Christmas markets and such. So I thought it would be a good idea to just get this done and out of the way. And after I sit and put some of that fabric away yesterday, I did cut out a few pieces for scrunchies. These are some of these will be restocked. Some of these are new colors and prints. So I just want to freshen up that scrunchie board a tiny bit for this weekend's market. And that's what we're going to work on today. Morning everyone. I just thought I'd do a quick catch up with you today. Even though it's so early in the morning, I am already exhausted. I've had a busy last few days and everything's been like non-stop, and today I'm starting to feel it. I'm thinking I might take like the afternoon off to just kind of regroup and rest a bit, because I've noticed that in the past when I ignore these telltale signs of exhaustion, I eventually end up getting sick for a few days, and I don't want that to happen. So I'll probably end up doing that or working on social media or something like that this afternoon. But before I do that, I do want to get some amount of work done today. So yesterday I managed to get all of these made, and I've sewn the elastic as well. So now all that's left to do is the top stitch, and then I'll have a whole bunch of really pretty scrunchies done for this weekend's market. Once this is done, what I also need to do is quickly go through all of the stock that I typically take to the markets, my market boxes, and top up all the bits and pieces that need topping up. I know for a fact that I need to make bows, so maybe after this I'll start work on some of them today. And I do want to get a few pigtail bows made as well, so sets of 2. I'm hoping to get some of that at least churned out today, so that way I'm not stressing through the rest of the week. But otherwise things are looking pretty good. I do have a fair amount of wire headbands in case I need to top that up, so I'm not worried about that. And we only just recently made like 160-ish twist headbands, so I'm pretty sorted with that as well. What I could do with are some satin scrunchies, and I'm thinking instead of making a massive batch like I need to, I'm just going to focus on getting a couple of colors that I desperately need. I need a black, no surprises there. I need a black, I need a few wire headbands in black also, so that's something that I need to do. I'll probably get to that maybe tomorrow and or today. Let's see how the day goes. And yeah, so with the satin scrunchies, I need blacks, I need whites, I need pinks, and I'll probably introduce a couple of new colors. Let's see how I'm placed for time. So it is the following day, and I'm not sure if I've shared this with you already, but the scrunchies that we set out to complete are done. They're all top stitched, so all I have to do now is cut those little bits of thread out, and we'll have a whole bunch of scrunchies, regular and minis, good to go. In addition to this, let me show you what I've been working on real quick. I've just grabbed a couple of the pieces that I've been working on. We've got little bow clips, so that's what they look like all together. I'm so happy with how these have turned out, because at the last market I had little headbands for babies. I had the bigger bow clips, but I didn't have little, like a size in between. These I feel will fit in just right. And got a few more bow headbands made, but this is with some beautiful velvet. I've got these again in a couple of different widths and colors. So those were a couple that I tested out. I've got a few more colors that I have to work on, and once those are done, they'll be ready to go on the website as well as to markets. I think I'm going to end this week's video here. I'm not sure how much I've managed to capture this week, so I hope you've enjoyed the little snippets that I've put together for you of this week. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you really soon in the next one. Enjoy the rest of your day now. Bye.